Hi guys, it's Casper back with another Teen Beauty Bible. Last time we had a video on eyebrows and a lot of you guys commented saying it was really helpful and that you guys enjoyed it, so thank you very much. But guess what? Today we have another basic makeup tip video and it's about eye makeup. We can see a huge variety of eye makeup tutorials on YouTube with a lot of different pigmentations and techniques, and it's really awesome to watch. But we know that many of you, especially if you're new to the makeup world, can find it pretty tricky to perfect it like the makeup gurus on YouTube do. There are so much eye makeup, including eyeliner, mascara, and eyeshadow. So we put together a video today for you beginners to perfect your eye makeup in a more easy process. Let's begin. So we asked on the community board what you guys find it the hardest when it comes to eye makeup, and you guys answered that all of them are pretty tricky, and we couldn't agree more. Well, let's first invite our teen today and learn more about eye makeup.
안녕하세요. 저는 진주에서 온 18살 김유라라고 합니다.
메이크업은 평소에 얼마나 자주?
일단 피부 화장이랑 입술은 하고 나가는 것 같아요. 항상.
나의 첫 메이크업 기억은?
중학교 1학년 때 약간 색깔 나는 립밤 같은 거 발랐던 기억 나고요. 아이섀도우 같은 그런 거는 중2 이때부터 한 것 같아요. 그 이사배 있잖아요. 그분 되게 잘하시더라고요. 되게 화장. 막 그냥 화장만 하는 것도 아니고 약간 분장 같은 거 있잖아요. 눈 여기 탁탁탁 이렇게 하는 그런 것도 되게 잘하시고 포니 그분도 되게 잘하셔가지고 존경하고 있습니다.
혹시 아이 메이크업 본인은 하는 데 있어서 가장 어렵다고 생각해요?
아이라인 끌 때 이거 눈 짝짓기 맞추는 게 좀 어렵더라고요. 그 한 번 잘못 맞추면 또 새로 막 해야 되고 하니까 좀 그럴 때만 스트레스 받고 한 번에 끌 때는 좀 기분 좋은데 좀 안 끌어질 때 좀 기분이 나쁘더라고요.
There's so much to cover when it comes to eye makeup, but today we put together top 3 basic tips for each: eyeliner, eyelashes, and eyeshadow. So enjoy the ride and take short notes. So let's start with the liner. Why do we wear eyeliner in the first place? Some of the reasons may be to get a more defined look, or a sharper, stronger look, or elongate the eyes, change the shape of your eyes to make them look larger or bigger. But since eyeliner is a way to change the definition or the size of your eyes, there are some helpful tips to prevent disasters from occurring, so keep in tune. There are different types of eyeliners. When we look into our friends' pouches, all of us carry different types of eyeliners, varying from liquid to pens to pencils to gel liners and even more. So, where does the difference of preference come from? Different types of eyeliners present different types of looks and therefore have different effects. There are mainly 3 different types of eyeliners: pencils, liquids, and gel types. The benefit of a pencil liner is that it's very easy to use. You don't need to worry about it hardening or thickening, so it's very easy to manage. Also, when it comes to applications, pencils have a smooth application. And because it is smooth, fixing it while you draw is easier than any other liner product. However, there is a higher chance of it being smudged or erased, but there are a lot of waterproof and smudge-proof pencils out there. Gel liners. Now, gel liners are one of the most popular and well-known types of eyeliners nowadays. Compared to pencil liners, gel liners have a rich application and a long-lasting wear. Also, gel liners have a really good dramatic color payoff, so if you want that really significant look, then go for it. But it also has a chance of being smudged, so make sure to prime before you go for the liner. Last but not least, liquid liner. Now, liquid liner is the toughest to handle among the 3 types of liners. The pointed liner definitely gives a defined and clear-cut look for sure. But because it is so precise, you have to be very cautious when you use it on the first go or be very skilled. The benefit of the liquid liner is that comparatively, it lasts for a long time and it does not smudge. Application tips for beginners. There are common mistakes that beginners make when applying liner. A. Fill in the lash line. One of the worst mistakes to make when drawing your liner. Filling in your lash line, guys. Leaving your lash line empty could be really creepy. If you wish to have more of a complete look, then make sure to fill in your lash line. Leaving the lash line empty could actually make your eyes look smaller. B. Pull up your eyebrows for better shaping. Don't make the mistakes of pulling your eyes too much outwards and sideways. If you want to make your eyeliner shaping easier, just gently pull your brows upwards to see a clearer idea of where you want to place your eyeliner. Tilt your head back and not frontwards. Everyone has a different way of making their makeup process easier. And how we pose and tilt our heads actually really changes this game. Try not to tilt your head down rather than up so you could have a clearer view of your line and so that the wrinkles don't get in the way. Tip: if you have a hard time drawing your eyeliner in one go, try dotting 3 dots on the eyeline and fill it in one by one. It'll make it much easier. Eyeshadow. So the first tip is to be familiar with names. These are some words that will help you watch tutorials or just perfect your eyeshadow. Crease or contour, inner corner or the outer V, highlight and brow bone, lid and waterline, upper lash line and lower lash line. So the way you apply your eyeshadow could actually change the look of eyeshadow. If you're using a cream shadow or pressed pigment, it is very good to use the finger for a perfect color payoff. This gives you a concentrated application, and if you use the fourth finger, you could gently apply without applying too much strength or power on your eyelids. Using a brush. So if you're using multiple colors and you're trying to create a gradation effect, it is very good to use a brush because it's easily blendable. A tip is to not press too strongly when using a brush so that you can evenly apply and gently blend. Another tip is to apply a little bit of water or a fixing spray on the brush and gently sweep the eyeshadow for a different type of pigmented look. Cream shadow. Cream shadows are good for a base color and giving you a consistent coverage color on the eyes. It is good for a solid single color. Loose pigments. Now the color payoff and the pigmentation may be really good for pigments, but there is fallout, so you really need to be careful when applying and you have to take care of all the mess afterwards. Pressed shadows. These are easy to blend and it's really good to use when you're using a lot of different colored shadows. Eyelashes. When it comes to eyelashes, there are 3 main things: curling and applying mascara, and then fake lashes. So here are some tips to remember when dealing with your lashes. A. Curling. When curling your lashes and you have an eyelash curler, it's good to heat it if you want a more curled effect. Tip: if you don't have a heated curler or you don't have a lighter with you, another thing you can do is heat your fingertips and just press against your eyelashes to give a similar effect. When using an eyelash curler, don't pull but use a 3-step pressing motion to get the perfect C-curl. Finally, make sure to clean your curler so you can maintain hygiene. B. Mascara. Now, if you want a long-lasting effect of mascara, it's really good to use a lash primer before. Before using mascara, use a towel to get off any excess, powder and dust that may fall out. If you want a more dramatic effect, apply mascara to the bottom and the top parts of your lashes. If you worry of smudging, make sure to use a waterproof, smudge-proof mascara.
오늘 배운 팁 중에 가장 궁금하다.
그거. 이게 뭔가 마스카라 했는데도 이렇게 하니까 잘 올라가더라고요. 원상복귀 돼서 제일 유용했던 것 같아요.
자기가 가장 궁금해하는 스킨케어나 뷰티 주제가 있다.
피부가 막 올라왔을 때 갑자기 막 중요한 약속이 생길 수도 있잖아요. 그럴 때 빠르게 진정을 시켜야 되니까 그럴 때 좀 어떻게 빨리 진정시키는지 그런 팁 같은 거 알려주셨으면 좋겠어요. 오늘 유용한 팁 같은 거 많이 알려드렸으니까 이런 거 다 따라해보시고 특히 이거 좋습니다. 이거 꼭 해보세요. 다음에 기회가 되면 또 뵐 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다.
So, thank you guys for watching this Teen Beauty Bible episode on eye makeup. It was really fun to introduce you guys to some basic tips on applying eyeliner and mascara and eyelashes, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you guys have any other future video requests, then leave them down in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell button to be notified for the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, you're beautiful as you are.